What comes to mind when someone says Rocky Gorge?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I don't know how much you want to edit this out, but for a while after 2012, every rugby song we would sing would end with "Fuck Rocky Gorge."
For what?
Oh, he's touching him. He can't do that.
He went to go play the ball. Sir.
Congratulations.
How could you tell?
You're being fairly neutral. You're doing pretty good.
Final score, Rocky Gorge 27, Montauk 17. Rocky Gorge will be going to Colorado, playing the Final Four.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
There you go. I can hear you now. Okay, so let's get into this. How do you describe the 2012 team?
One word, I would just say relentless. That team was something special. Didn't matter who the opponent was, you know, how much they got up on us. We just knew we were coming back.
From Rugby Town, USA, yes, it's the Division II National Championship title game, and we have Rocky Gorge from Columbia, Maryland, up against Wisconsin from Madison in Wisconsin.
Being able to play in that stadium and being in the finals and being on TV, it was just a dream come true for me. Felt like a professional for one day.
It's a perfect day here at Finney Park in Glendale, Colorado. The sun is shining, the fans are here, and I tell you what, lucky the players aren't dressed in a suit and tie like I am, but we're set for a cracking final here. Back to you.
You don't get many of those. That feeling, you know, when you wake up, your heart's going 1,000 miles a minute. You know, it's you can't breathe, you know, and you got to go and you're looking at yourself in the mirror after you shower or whatever your routine is. And I was pumped, man. And that I remember the feeling when they were doing the national anthem. And that's the first time, and I was like, man, this is it. That was my favorite feeling.
The Rocky Gorge team led by Matt Carroll up front, Sean Kelly, a fantastic number 8, Matt Burns is a skipper of the side, Jay Benedetti, a fantastic winger, and Andrew Kendall, he does everything at the fullback position for this Rocky Gorge.
Lots of us have played together for a long time and always had glimpses of greatness. Sometimes it just all comes together. You got the right pieces, and you just need a few bounces to go your way.
And we're away. It's a deep kick there from Gorge down in the Wisconsin territory.
I don't know how I would describe it other than like the most improbable thing that could have happened to us. We were like this tough group of guys that like thought we could do it, and we never stopped pursuing that, no matter how much evidence was in our face.
They can't, and it will be a scrum now for Wisconsin.
They had a dominant scrum. I felt like it was a pain in the ass every time we had to scrum down.
First scrum of the match. And it's a little messy for Wisconsin to get it back.
They had that pretty strong 8. They had a pretty decent fly. I mean, they had some key players that played well during that game.
Little dink over the top there from Jobke. Nice little kick rolling towards the touchline, and it's found it. Good play from Wisconsin. Bring it down.
We were in shock, I think. You know, in the first half, I think we were just in shock just to be there. And everything, we were kind of in awe, and we were just kind of letting them do what they wanted to do. So really, that's what I think when I think of the game originally.
Again, I think early on you just want to kind of get the jitters out of your system, and that's a bad tap. Good play by the scrum half.
Just a great team. A couple of their backs just brutal. They're really good at exploiting any weakness in our back line, which, I'll say there were very few weaknesses out there.
Well, they do have numbers, but it's the 13 cutting through. Gareth Donath, can he put his winger away? He passes, bounces out of one. He stumbles 2 meters from the line. Support is there in the arm of Louise Lucas as they drive forward. Go the same way now around the corner. The halfback thinks over. Has he scored? I think he has. That's Moran Guevara. And I think he might have scored. He has. It's been awarded. Excellent play from Wisconsin.
It was two good sides battling. I think, honestly, we felt like we were more skilled than they were. We were a little less experienced at that level. So I think that first half, we were just kind of getting our footing, with the game, with the altitude again, at the level, at the national championship level. So, I think we were just figuring it out.
As adding the extras and a very nice strike there is Miles Jobke. So lovely start from Wisconsin after some early heat from Rocky Gorge. They are up by 7-0.
Compared to like our size against their size, just our guts going up against those guys throughout that entire match, going down pretty fast. And, those guys, the way they were running the ball was just very dominant.
Still in Wisconsin territory. They go wide again. It's the big number 5, Nick Tyson, taking a couple with him now. Gets up to halfway. Great trundle from the big man.
They just started turning it on. We just had a few tough cycles there, and I think they could have easily ran away with that game.
Feet, boys, don't use your hand. They go wide now. Jobke straight through a hole. He's got men inside and out. He elects not to pass, but offloads out of the tackle to the open side. He's caught now. Can they recycle the ball and move it again?
We were running this fast offense on us. They got us back in our 22. They were kicking real well. Inside our 22 is when bad things happen.
Flows out of the tackle. Great offload. Goes wide here.
They ran that double switch off the scrum. He had practiced for, and I still can't believe that we fell for.
Really putting the pressure on this Rocky Gorge team. They're not taking the foot off the pedal. They're just continuing to mount pressure deep in Rocky Gorge territory. Good scrum here, good platform.
Kind of look like to me, but they get away with it. Jobke now, switch again, double switch, and it's the big second rower. Oh, lovely offload, and it's that man, Gareth Donath, crashing over under the sticks.
You're down, and these guys are big and strong, and
so Wisconsin now extend their lead. They have 14 points.
They're smiling. Pisses me off when they smile.
Big game as well. Even getting the scrum stable when moving your 5 back to number 8 is impressive in itself.
I like that move, putting a big man at number 8. Yeah, he obviously has.
I remember the altitude affecting me. Of all the things, I'm disappointed with how the altitude affected me. I know there were times where I was completely gassed during that game.
They're 2, maybe 1.5 meters from the line. They go to dive through. I think that could be a try. It's very close. No, he's knocked it on. Dearie me. Well. They really need to take this opportunity. That's twice now. Very close to the line. They've knocked it on.
They're running tight lines, and they're running all over the place. They're all pretty big compared to us, who was not a big team at the time.
This Wisconsin team are so dangerous.
Oh, yeah, and he goes. Zukowski out of the hole. Beats one. Goes around the corner. Ball under one arm. He's looking for his support. Jumps. Now he finds the halfback. Steps off his right foot. They're going to have a ruck situation here. Can they win it? Yeah, they got good numbers.
We were like, I don't think anybody admit it. We were impressed by them. I won't say we were intimidated.
He's got his hand. Yep, fair enough. Well called, Viz. And that's the number 8. I think it was Sean Kelly. Got his hands on that.
Wisconsin was good. They were a good team. They were physical. I remember, the day before watching them win their semifinal. They won their semifinal in the last play of the game, and it was they had the ball. They were down by a converted try, and they had the ball at the 50, and they did pick and goes literally from the 50 all the way to the try zone, and that was kind of a testament to and they scored and obviously won. And it was not only was it impressive, but it was really a testament to their playing style.
Great kick downfield, dribbling now towards the 22, but it hasn't gone into touch, and I think that it's Jobke, the 10, He's weighing up his options. He decides to drill it back. Lovely torpedo. Very well taken there by Benedetti, just outside his 22. He's running it back.
I think we were a little shell-shocked when we came out, and we were getting our asses whooped, to be honest. And then I think we really turned it around and cleaned up some things and, stormed back.
That's it. Offsides, guys, I think, from the kick.
Fine. A little chip over the top by the 15. Bounced beautifully in his hands. That's Andrew Kendall. Can he link up? Ball in two hands, looking for support.
Watching Andrew Kendall do his shit, man. He was an all-star in that game. We had some mismatches on the field with some bigger boys in the pack that created some issues for us, but just watching Andrew do his stuff and fly around the field was probably the best part of being on that pitch.
Top players all year long, and it looks like they're going to go for the line out here. Don't want to fool around with the 3 points. They want to get some 7-pointers.
I mean, it was just a constant grind. I think it was just every time we were taking an inch, it was like you could see like we were getting more energy and more like, yes, we got them. And then as they were losing inches, you could feel like the deflation just continue to kind of come.
Rocky Gorge bring it down. It's a little peel. There's a lot of space there for the big number 8 to run into. Can he get over the line? I think he's held up a foot short. That was Sean Kelly. They go again, and he has awarded the try this time, I believe. And it is the big prop forward punching his chest, Brian Perez. Good stuff.
What was your best memory of the game?
Scoring that try.
Now, did you score the try? Yeah, like it was very, very good. If you look at the clips,
he's got the white line in his eyes, and I tell you what,
that was close.
My shoulder was over the line. The tip of the ball's over the line. It's just a tip. That's all that matters.
Which makes it really exciting.
Kendall for the conversion. It's a nice strike, and he has slotted it through. So they now have 7 points to Rocky Gorge, and Wisconsin have 14. But they're one score away. That'll lift them, that's for sure. Let's see how Wisconsin react after that.
Wisconsin had the ability to beat us there. And like, I think, being on the field those first 20 minutes, I'm sure I was out there going, holy shit, how do we make sure this isn't a bloodbath? And you don't want that type of thinking on the field. And I don't think I think you can see from my play, I didn't have like true doubts, but it's hard not to be out there going like, what the hell's about to happen?
Loose forwards, that looked forward to me. But a big man is through. Domenico, he's 5 meters from the line. Oh, lovely quick ruck, and there's a lazy runner there. It has to be a penalty, could be a yellow card.
That should be
lazy
yellow.
running.
Oh,
lazy
that would have been a
return player there, Sean Kelly. Didn't even try to get out of the way, and I feel there almost was a certain or a probable try.
Lazy running. So what happened on that lazy runner? Do you remember getting hit in the head?
I do remember. I was gassed. I'm so embarrassed of that on that play, but I was gassed. I was completely gassed, and I was running lazy. And they called me out on it. They said that's a lazy play. But I was so tired. I did not expect the altitude to affect me like it did. Like playing a full game of rugby was never an issue for me. But up there, it killed me.
There we go, 3 points. They extend their lead by 10 now, 17 points to 7. They probably wanted 7, and they may have had a good argument for it if Sean Kelly had managed to get out of the way. But we are here now.
Like, that's the end of them, like, really being a factor in it. Especially because that comes on to the first half where, Air Force took the game into his hands right before halftime. He touched the ball like 6 or 7 times in like 30 seconds to make it happen.
Can they make them pay? They go wide. Kendall with the ball. Beats one. Beats two with a hit and spin. Nice move. Looks for his win. Oh dear. Knocked down there from the halfback, which was Moran Guevara, which put pay. But they play.
The last 2 minutes of the half in that just wild cycle of luck and, ball turnover, out to Josh to Stallings to me, passes it to John.
And that's Bierman. Bierman going for the corner. 2 defenders there bring him down. It's the halfback. Not held. He's not.
John staying on his feet, let's say, and then just looking at who the hell am I to pick and go?
Kendall, is he there? He is. Oh, fantastic score. Kendall must have featured 7, 8 times in that movement, and then he finished it off. I tell you what, he'll be looking for his cup of tea and an orange slice at halftime. He's been fantastic.
The last like 12 minutes at half, like Air Force put the team on his shoulders and made some just unreal plays, that stuff that like I the type of plays that I really haven't even seen, in my career since.
I think that momentum going into the half changed it.
Through Kendall, it will be a three-point ball game as we go into half time. He's pushed it to the right, unfortunately.
First thing that I think of is being down at halftime and being down 7 points and thinking to myself, like, this is exactly where we want to be.
Finish there in that second half.
Yeah, it certainly is. We really need to put that in to finish this half strong.
Yeah, now you guys started off pretty slow. All the game was played in your half. How are you going to change that?
Well, we're basically going to talk about possession. We have to maintain possession.
Remembering that if we kept it within 7 points at halftime, there's no chance we were going to lose that game.
Well, Coach, all the best for the second half. It's going to be a very exciting finish. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you guys, Johnny.
Thanks, Dallin. So at halftime, we have Wisconsin leading Rocky Gorge by 17 points to 12. We will be back.
There was just this collective energy in the room. I was just like, hey, we're going to, like, there was no fear in there. Like, we didn't fear them at all.
Wisconsin, I thought they were going to be in total command, but Rocky Gorge, to their credit, really came back strong towards the end of that first half. But it was
I think they did not put us to the sword. I thought they built a pretty decent lead. They kind of just went into, hey, we got a lead. Let's just kind of cruise the end. They went into more like game management as opposed to like, putting the nail in the coffin. And I think that was the major difference between our team and our just mentality of like, we went into every game of let's put them to the sword. Right, like let's bury these people.
Just over the game line. Morgan Guevara now marshalling his troops.
Went away from what was working, and they went into let's preserve this lead type of offense. It looks like they thought they were only within, had 5 minutes left in the game, and they were trying to just preserve instead of they had a whole half to go.
Substitution there at halftime was number 23, Will Miller, came on for Kevin Nork.
When they were trying this just back and forth, getting 1 inch at a time, and Drago just lit them up.
This is for Rocky Gorge. Great hit there. Super hit. Caught Jobkey back play. Ball spilled out the back.
But Drago hitting that fly out as hard as he did, man, I love that hit, and I love watching the video of that happening. That's just something that stands out for me.
But he offloads. It's the halfback, Morgan Guevara, looking to set it up. Takes a kind of static position, but it's a good counter-up. The first one from Rocky Gorge, and it gives him an opportunity. It's the hooker, steps inside, going for the line. Little offload to the blindside flanker. He's going for the try. Does he get there? He is. Great try there.
I scored in the national championship. So that's the first thing that comes to my head, that I got a chance to actually, scoring something so big. That will always be my highlight.
Fantastic aggressive counter-rucking from them.
Yeah, and a fantastic start by Rocky Gorge. And Matt Carroll, he has a big engine and a lot of good things developed off Matt Carroll.
I remember breaking that line. Thought I was going to score. Like, I remember this kid coming in on the outside of me. I took a hard step, and I just shifted my weight. And he got a hand on me, and I just chopped it down. Like, I just saw Dustin coming hard, and I was like, all right.
Kick there from Kendall, and it's Rocky Gorge 19, Wisconsin 17.
I don't think that they accounted for the impact that our bench was going to have, and that was our playing style. And it was definitely scary. It kept you on the edge of your seats, but it was tried and true, and it worked because I don't think that they had a real answer.
Rocky Gorge, and I think that's Will Miller. He's been tackled in the air, and you cannot do that. It's a player's safety issue.
They came in with about 5 or 10 minutes into the second half.
Bill Bush, I think, is coming at scrum half as well for Rocky Gorge, trying to get the fresh legs in there, keep the momentum going.
At the time, I was super excited. Their other scrum half I thought was very equal to me, and I couldn't wait to get in there to show them who was better. So just super excited. Was waiting my turn, and just gave it everything I got once I got in.
Kendall, I think.
8 picks up, goes around the corner. 8-9. Now Kendall has the ball. What's he got? Uses his winger, who's tackled well. Good defense, good structure there from Wisconsin to shut that down. They're going to recycle the ball, come the short side here with their forwards. It's the 23. I think that's Will Miller driving forward.
All of our tries, if I remember correctly, came down to where like we were on the goal line, and it was like that nitty gritty, having to just constantly like win inch by inch and just slowly continue to just push them in the other direction.
I think he's over the line. Is he held up? He's given the try. Fantastic. Well put together, constructed pick and go from Rocky Gorge. And that's a try for 23, Will Miller. He's been a powerful presence. He's a strong specimen of a man, and he's made his impact.
Strongest specimen of a man?
Yeah.
Strongest specimen of a man.
Well, obviously my favorite might have been when I scored a try, kind of near the beginning of the second half, not too long after I got in there.
Jobkey again. Kicks off that little dink just outside the 22. Oh, good challenge there. Excellent challenge from Andrew Norton.
Fortitude that we had to just turn that around and just totally change the entire game. Everybody contributed. Every single player from 1 to 23 came in and made, they had to make impacts, and everybody did.
They move it now. Yeah, well done, Red. That's the big winger for Wisconsin, Andrew Norton.
Jay Benedetti's run was, he had a series of runs, but man, that one run he had was just amazing.
Behind, and the rugby ball runs away. There's one chaser only, and he's made to look foolish as he didn't shorten his steps. And to see a number 11 now for Rocky Gorge, Jay Benedetti really getting
that one counter kick from their side, and I kind of ran through their defense a little bit, and I think it set up for a score. That was a pretty good team moment there for us to kind of turn that around.
They're very close. They're a meter away. They dive over. It's a try. Yes, it is. And it's that man.
We go, shit, we can do this. This is possible.
It's the kind of one you do in practice to get a good vibe going. And he has successfully kicked that. So, there we are. Rocky Gorge, 34. Wisconsin, 26.
We had gotten the lead and then extended it past 7. I know we traded penalties. We just knew we were going to take it home from there.
Really turned it on here in the second half. I'm not sure what Chuck Moore said to his team at halftime, but it certainly worked because his team came out.
It must have been late in the game looking up at the score. I remember looking up and seeing less than 10 minutes and thinking, oh, wow, we're going to win this thing. We it's actually coming true. We're about to put them away.
They don't. Now the ball is out. And they've turned it over, and there's a huge break in midfield now. It's
We didn't really have any tactics after that. We ran the offense, and they just played defense the entire time. I don't know if that was their plan to try to originally start off the possession, but to work in the first half. Second half, it was just all downhill for them.
Carroll trying to get a turnover, couldn't get it. They move it now. Oh, it's a pass to nobody. Jockey goes back, recovers, looks, little dink over the top.
CJ Dyson had a nice run. He made a real a class offload to me, and there should have been a try, and I got stopped right at the quarter-inch line.
Players lying all over the ball. Yeah, definitely a penalty somewhere. Which way is it going to go? Yep, absolutely. The number 12 there from Wisconsin, Rob Llewellyn, just a little tired, falling over. The penalty will, and I think he's going to his pocket here, Brian Vizard.
Yeah,
he is.
Like, yeah.
It's a yellow, and that really has hurt Wisconsin.
Number 12, yellow card.
Just about every game in the playoffs, we were behind at some point and came back. The never give up, the relentlessness, it's the heart of that team. It's hard to replicate.
This will be the last set piece, gentlemen.
And it is like the game is up. And well, Rocky Gorge have managed to fight their way back into this game. An incredible end of first half, second half performance. We have the last scrum coming up, and what a fantastic win. It's going to be a fantastic title performance from Rocky Gorge.
And and this is their first title. And again, Johnny, in that first half, who would have thunk, because it looked like Wisconsin was totally dominating this contest.
Kendall drills it into the touch. That is the end of the game. Rocky Gorge, our Division II men's champions here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. And there are scenes of great jubilation.
That feeling at the end, they're playing We Are the Champions, and everyone's running on the field, and my pop is there, and, I give him a hug. And he has my ring. I gave him my first national championship ring.
I always thought that there was going to be like, a bigger, badder, more advanced team out there. And the teams we faced, a lot of those teams had like, one of those elements, but not the same combination that we had. And it was pretty amazing. Just winning that national championship and being there after the field, it was like almost would not have thought that we would make it that far.
That year absolutely changed my life for the better. I just can't begin to explain how thankful I am that I was a part of that team. That's a part of the reason why I'm still playing and coaching now, because I've gotten so much from this team that I just feel like I owe it, back to the community to continue to work with the team, play with the team, coach with the team until hopefully it's in a better spot than it was when I came in.
You hear in sports like a team of destiny, and like that was absolutely us. And then this great fundamental team against Wisconsin, and like, lightning doesn't strike, we don't win the championship. Ball bounces the other way against Wilmington, we don't win the championship. Wisconsin decides they want to run their same offense, like, we don't win the championship. When I say that, it makes it sound like we didn't and everybody else lost. The truth is like, it was just the work we did to put ourselves in those positions. If we didn't put in that extra work, we would have never